Have you ever noticed that God acts in all aspects of your life, including your work? He is not only in the temple or in moments of prayer, but also in your career, guiding and blessing your actions. God is by your side in your daily challenges, whether it is in the pressure of deadlines, the search for creative solutions, or in interactions with colleagues and superiors. Many times, He uses your work as a platform to grow, to teach you virtues such as patience, perseverance, and humility, in addition to allowing you to be a light for others, showing the love of Christ through your actions. God is not limited to what happens only in moments of prayer or within the church. He cares deeply about what you do every day, with each task, each project, each small gesture. In today's video, we will explore 10 signs that God is working in your favor in your work, showing His direction and care in every step you take. But first, I would like to humbly invite you to like the video and subscribe to the channel. At the end, if you don't like something, you can unsubscribe. Your registration is very important to help us grow. Here, we are dedicated to sharing teachings that will help you face life's challenges with the clarity that God is always by your side, guiding and strengthening your journey. Sometimes work can seem like a tiring routine, but when you look with the eyes of faith, you begin to see how He manifests Himself in wonderful and surprising ways, transforming even the most difficult challenges into opportunities for growth and testimony. Sign 1. Feeling peace in the midst of chaos. The first sign is when, even in the midst of difficulties and challenges at work, you experience an inexplicable peace. It may seem strange, especially because external circumstances are not favorable, but this peace does not come from what is around you. It is the reflection of God's presence in your life, something that goes beyond human understanding. Even with the pressure of tight deadlines, complicated tasks, or conflicts in the workplace, you feel an inner calm that prevents you from succumbing to stress. This peace is not superficial or momentary, but is something deep, which sustains you and gives you the strength to continue. This peace that God gives you inevitably brings a sense of confidence. You feel more secure, even when everything around you is in flux and seems unstable. The worries that would normally take over your mind begin to be replaced by serenity. Instead of getting lost in thoughts of fear or anxiety, you feel a sense of confidence that transcends immediate difficulties. This confidence comes from the certainty that, no matter how challenging the situation, God is in control. You know that He will not abandon you, and that He is with you, guiding your steps and showing you the way, even when it does not seem clear at first glance. It is important to realize that this peace is not limited to an individual state of mind. It also affects how you behave in the workplace. Even when faced with pressure or adversity, you remain calm and balanced. Your reaction to difficult situations begins to be different from your usual reaction. Instead of despairing, you take a deep breath, seek a solution wisely, and act with more clarity. This peace that comes from God allows you to act more rationally, making considered rather than impulsive decisions. You are able to see things from a broader perspective and do not allow yourself to be dominated by emotions, but rather by faith. This peace not only strengthens you, but also becomes a testimony to others. When co-workers notice that you remain calm and balanced, even in the midst of chaos, they begin to notice that there is something different about you. This peace is a visible demonstration of God's presence in your life, a silent way of evangelizing through example. Even when difficulties are great, you become a source of inspiration to those around you, showing that, with God, it is possible to remain calm and have faith, regardless of the circumstances. Sign 2. New opportunities arise without explanation. Another sign is when new opportunities arise, almost out of nowhere, as if they were the result of an effort with no logical explanation. You dedicate yourself, work hard, but suddenly something unexpected happens, and doors begin to open before you. These opportunities do not seem to come as a direct result of your daily work, but rather as something that transcends human understanding. It could be a promotion you were not expecting, an important project that comes up, or even a job offer that seemed far away and suddenly becomes a reality. These moments are like small daily miracles, which demonstrate that God is acting in your life in a way that goes beyond the natural. You may look back and realize that, despite all your effort and dedication, there was no logical explanation for how these opportunities came about. They were not simply the result of your effort, but a clear manifestation of divine intervention. Sometimes, the doors that open are exactly those you never imagined, but when you look with faith, you realize that they were the ones that God prepared, especially for you. It is as if, even without realizing it, He was guiding your path and directing your professional life towards something even greater than you could have imagined. These moments are not just coincidences or pure luck. They are the result of God's grace, which acts at the right time to put you in the right position. He knows your heart, your efforts, and your desires, and when the moment is right, He opens doors that you didn't even know existed. Even in the most unexpected situations, God uses these opportunities to bless you and take you to a new level of fulfillment. When you recognize these signs, you begin to realize that you are not alone in your professional journey. God is by your side, guiding and opening paths that previously seemed closed. And when you see these opportunities arising, it is a powerful reminder that He is in control of everything, and that no matter how challenging the path may be, He always has something bigger and better in store for you. Sign 3. Feeling empowered to face challenges. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult challenge at work, and suddenly you feel empowered to overcome it. The obstacle seems overwhelming. The weight of the responsibilities seems unbearable, and you start to wonder how you will ever be able to handle it. But in a moment of clarity, something changes. An unexpected confidence surges within you, and an ability you didn't know you had begins to manifest itself. The pressure that once seemed unbearable suddenly becomes more manageable, and you find solutions to complex problems almost intuitively. This is no coincidence. This confidence and ability that comes from where you least expect it are clear signs that the hand of God is at work in your life. God, with His immense love and wisdom, empowers you to face any situation, even those that seem impossible to overcome. When you feel powerless or directionless, that is exactly when He manifests Himself most strongly, reminding you that you are not alone. He gives you the strength you need to move forward, to seek solutions where there seemed to be none before. This confidence does not come from yourself, but from God, who invests you with divine power and wisdom to overcome any adversity. And as you overcome these challenges, you realize that the experience itself transforms you. You become stronger, more skilled, and better prepared to deal with future difficulties. God not only empowers you, but also molds you so that in each situation you become a better version of yourself. He not only helps you overcome obstacles, but teaches you and prepares you for what lies ahead, showing you that each challenge is an opportunity to grow and draw closer to Him. This feeling of being guided by a higher power gives you a different perspective on your work and the difficulties that arise. You begin to understand that even when it seems like you are alone, God is actually by your side, strengthening and enabling you to do more than you imagined possible. And every time you overcome a challenge, you feel that God is taking you to a new level of faith, confidence, and fulfillment. Sign 4. Your efforts are recognized. God acts on your behalf when you begin to notice that your work is being recognized. It could be praise from your boss, an unexpected promotion, or even respect from your colleagues. These moments are not just the result of your effort, but of God's blessing, which makes your achievements noticed. Often, you dedicate yourself silently, without expecting immediate recognition. But when it arrives, it is a clear sign that God is blessing your work. It is not something that happens by chance, but is the result of divine intervention that puts you in the right place at the right time, making others see the value of what you do. Sometimes, recognition does not come in the form of a promotion or a pay raise, but in simple gestures of respect and admiration from your colleagues, a sincere compliment from a co-worker, a word of thanks for something you did, can be God's way of showing that He is blessing you and making your effort be seen. Even small gestures of recognition are a reflection of God's faithfulness, who never fails to value the work of those who act with dedication and integrity. These moments remind us that even when we do not seek the spotlight, God places us at the center of His will, allowing us to be noticed in the way He deems best. When you dedicate yourself to your work with honesty and effort, God begins to open doors for you, often in unexpected ways. An opportunity may arise that you never imagined, an important project that puts your name in the spotlight, or an invitation to collaborate that takes your career to a new level. These moments are not only the result of your skill or competence, but of divine intervention, which directs your professional journey. God, in His infinite wisdom, knows what is best for you, and at the right time, He acts to ensure that your work is recognized by those who can bring about the change you need. This recognition, whether big or small, is always a confirmation that God is with you every step of your professional journey. He not only sees your efforts, but He also puts the right people in your path to ensure that your work is valued. Thus, every compliment, every word of respect, every opportunity for growth becomes a reflection of God's care and blessing. He uses these situations to strengthen you, to show that He is guiding your journey, and to remind you that your work has a greater purpose. Sign 5. Your work ethic is different. When you start acting with more honesty, integrity, and dedication, and see how this positively impacts your results, it is a clear sign that God is guiding your actions. He helps you to be an example in the workplace, highlighting your ethics and dedication. as you stand firm in your principles, even in the face of challenges, your attitude begins to make a difference in the environment around you. People begin to notice your authenticity, your commitment to truth, and your willingness to help others. These behaviors are not the result of your own strength, but of a divine direction that enables you to act in a fair and correct manner, regardless of the circumstances. When God is guiding your actions, you realize that your efforts, no matter how simple they may seem, generate results that go beyond expectations. Sometimes the recognition that comes from these attitudes is not immediate, but over time, you begin to see how your principles shape the environment around you. Your colleagues' trust grows. Your leaders notice the difference, and doors to new opportunities begin to open. This is not a coincidence, but a demonstration that God is with you, supporting your journey and paving the way for your growth. Being an example of ethics and dedication at work is not just about fulfilling your responsibilities, but about being a light that inspires others to act with the same integrity. God uses your attitude and posture to transform not only your own life, but also the lives of those around you. When you act according to God's principles, He uses those actions to positively impact others, leading them to reflect on the value of honesty, good work, and mutual respect. When you recognize that God is guiding your actions, you realize that even when there are no immediate rewards or visible recognition, He is working behind the scenes. He knows your dedication and your pursuit of doing the right thing, and it is He who strengthens and empowers you to continue to be an example of honesty and integrity. Thus, your journey at work becomes more than just a professional routine. It becomes a living testimony of how God acts in your life, guiding your steps and blessing your attitudes. Sign 6. Feeling satisfied and fulfilled. Often, when God is at work in your life, you feel a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment that goes beyond a paycheck or recognition. It's a sense that you are fulfilling your purpose and that your work is aligned with what God wants for your life. This feeling goes beyond the pursuit of material success or status. Even in the simplest or most difficult moments of your work, you begin to realize that what really matters is knowing that you are making a difference according to God's plan for you. When this peace and satisfaction enter your life, you feel that you are on the right path, regardless of the obstacles you may face. This sense of fulfillment does not depend on external rewards, but on a deep inner connection with the purpose God has placed in your life. You realize that even in tasks that seem small or challenging, there is a greater meaning in everything you do. Every step you take at work, every decision you make, is an opportunity to live according to what God wants for you. And this alignment brings a joy that transcends any worldly success. You begin to understand that work is not just a way to earn a living, but a means to serve God and others. And this fills your heart with a deep sense of purpose. When you feel that your work is aligned with God's plan, you experience renewed motivation. Even in the most difficult tasks or stressful situations, you find the strength to continue, knowing that everything is part of God's purpose for your life. It doesn't matter if others are recognizing your efforts or if the immediate rewards are visible. Satisfaction comes from knowing that you are exactly where God wants you to be, fulfilling the role He has prepared for you. And over time, you realize that this satisfaction goes beyond any personal or professional achievement. It transforms you, strengthens you, and makes you grow, not only as a professional, but also as a human being. Each day of work becomes an opportunity to glorify God by being an example of His presence and action in your life. When you act in harmony with divine purpose, you experience a peace and joy that come from knowing that, in some way, your work is contributing to God's greater plan. Sign 7. Opportunity to help others at work. God also works through your ability to help others around you. You may have the opportunity to mentor someone, offer support during difficult times, or even share your faith and life experiences. These are times when God uses you as a channel of blessing. Often, in the workplace, opportunities arise for you to be a positive influence in the lives of others. This can be as simple as offering advice, reaching out to someone who is struggling, or simply listening to someone who needs to vent. When you make yourself available to others with an open heart, God works through you, touching people's lives in ways that go beyond your own words or actions. These moments of helping others are not just for you to feel good or gain recognition, but are an opportunity to fulfill God's purpose for your life. When you are sensitive to the needs of others and act with empathy and compassion, you become a reflection of God's love in the world. He uses these situations to shape you, not only as a professional, but also as a person with a generous heart and willingness to serve. You realize that even in the most routine tasks, God places you in positions where you can be a source of support, encouragement, and wisdom to those around you. In addition, being used by God as a channel of blessing goes beyond being a simple counselor. Sometimes He puts you in situations where you can share your own life story, your experiences, and the ways God has helped you along the way. This not only strengthens the faith of those who hear you, but also allows you to live a life with more purpose. By sharing your faith, you are not only blessed, but you also become a blessing in the lives of others. Every word of wisdom, every act of kindness is a way for God to act through you, impacting lives and spreading His love in practical and true ways. These moments, although they may seem small or everyday, are actually divine opportunities. When you allow yourself to be an instrument in God's hands, you will see the impact of His actions, not only in your life, but also in the lives of others. Every act of help, every word of encouragement is a manifestation of how God is working through you to bless and transform the environment around you. Sign 8. Overcoming obstacles without explaining how. If you have ever overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles in your work, without knowing exactly how you did it, know that this is a clear sign of God's intervention. He guides you to overcome barriers that seem impossible, showing that nothing is greater than divine power. Sometimes you find yourself facing challenges so great that there seems to be no way out. The obstacles seem insurmountable, and the path ahead seems closed. But at some point, you realize that despite the difficulties, something inside you drives you to continue. Perhaps you have found unexpected solutions or a new perspective that, in a mysterious way, opened a door where there seemed to be none. These moments do not happen by chance, but are the hand of God guiding you, showing that He is by your side, guiding your steps. When you overcome a great challenge without knowing exactly how, the feeling of relief and gratitude is intense, because you know that it was not only your strength or wisdom that made the difference. God, in His infinite goodness and power, acts in a sovereign way to help you go beyond what you imagined possible. He enables you to see solutions where others only saw problems and gives you the courage to continue, even when you feel like your strength is running out. These moments are a testament to His presence in your life, showing that when you surrender to Him and trust in His guidance, there is no challenge big enough to stop you from moving forward. Divine power is not limited to great victories or achievements, but manifests itself in small daily victories, in overcoming obstacles that often go unnoticed by others, but that make all the difference in your journey. God acts in your life in a subtle but powerful way, guiding your decisions, strengthening your confidence, and showing that, with Him by your side, you can overcome any barrier. When you reflect on these overcomings, you can clearly see that, without divine intervention, the result would not be the same. It is He who transforms the impossible into possible and gives you the tools necessary to overcome even the greatest obstacles. These victories are constant reminders that you are not alone in your professional journey. God is with you every step of the way, helping you navigate through the difficulties and showing you that His strength is greater than any adversity. Nothing is greater than divine power, and no matter how challenging the situation may seem, with God, you have the ability to overcome even the greatest obstacles. Sign 9. Feeling grateful, even in difficult times. In times of difficulty at work, you feel a gratitude that you cannot explain. Instead of despairing or becoming angry, you find yourself in prayer, seeking God's guidance and trusting that He, Yahweh, will provide the solution. This gratitude is a reflection of the confidence that God is in control of everything. When challenges pile up and pressure mounts, instead of succumbing to stress, you find an inexplicable peace, knowing that you are not alone in the struggle. In times of uncertainty, you turn to prayer, seeking comfort and divine guidance with the certainty that God, in His infinite wisdom, is in control of the situation and has already prepared the solution for what seems impossible. This gratitude goes beyond simply recognizing the blessings that you already have. It manifests itself when, in the face of difficulties, you find the strength to remain calm and confident. Instead of giving in to despair or fear, you feel an inner peace that can only come from God. Prayer becomes your refuge, a place where you find clarity and direction, knowing that in the midst of the storm, God is working to bring the solution in His own time, and this trust is transformative. It not only eases the burden of difficulties, but it also strengthens your faith and reminds you that even in the most challenging times, God never abandons you. This kind of gratitude, which arises in the midst of adversity, is a reflection of spiritual maturity and a deep relationship with God. You begin to realize that when you put your trust in Him, anguish gives way to hope. With each prayer, with each search for direction, you feel a renewal of strength. You know that even if the circumstances around you do not change immediately, God is in control, and He is working for your good. This is a clear sign that God's presence in your life does not depend on external conditions, but on your trust in Him, recognizing that He is sovereign over everything. This gratitude is also a powerful tool that helps you maintain the right perspective on what is happening. By trusting that God is in control, you are able to look at problems in a different way, with more serenity and confidence. Prayer becomes not just a request for help, but an opportunity to strengthen your faith, reminding yourself that God cares for you and that He already has the perfect plan for your professional life. And over time, you realize that this gratitude is not just a temporary relief, but a continuous means of growth and trust in God, knowing that with Him, all things are possible. Sign Shun-10. The fruit of your labor comes with lasting success. Finally, a sign that God is at work in your work is when the fruits of your efforts become lasting. Success is not fleeting, but something that lasts. When God is at work, He blesses your professional journey in such a way that the results are perpetuated over time. Many times, you can achieve success in something, and over time, realize that that success is not just a momentary peak, but something that continues to bear fruit in a constant and solid way. The projects that you started with effort and dedication begin to show results that are sustainable. The partnerships that you cultivated become long-lasting, and the fruits of your decisions continue to grow over the years. This type of success is different from the ephemeral victories that depend on external circumstances or luck. When God blesses your professional journey, He creates conditions so that the impact of your actions lasts, regardless of the ups and downs of the market or changes in the work environment. He makes your efforts recognized not only in the moment, but also over time, bringing stability and consistency that are reflections of His faithfulness. You realize that even after challenges, what you have built remains. And this is a clear sign that God is directing your path and making your efforts fruitful. The durability of the results of your work also manifests itself in the relationships you build along the way. Professional friendships, bonds with colleagues and partners, and the respect you earn are the fruits of an effort that is blessed by God. These bonds become more than simple professional interactions. They become a support network that grows stronger over time. When you realize this, you understand that the success that God brings is not superficial or temporary, but something that is based on solid foundations and is sustained by His grace. When God is at work in your professional life, He not only allows you to be successful, but He ensures that this success is lasting. He blesses your actions in such a way that what you have built extends and multiplies over time, bringing continuous fruits that go beyond the limits of the present moment. This is a sign that God is with you on your journey, shaping and blessing your efforts so that the results of your dedication do not disappear, but are perpetuated as a testimony of His faithfulness and guidance in your professional life. If you have seen these signs in your work, know that God is by your side, blessing, guiding, and strengthening you on your professional journey. Keep trusting in Him, and remember that He has a great purpose for your life. He will guide you every step of the way, and each victory will be a confirmation of His care and love. Leave a word of love and hope in the comments, and share with us what God has shown you through your work. If you liked this video and feel that it can bring light to the lives of others, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends and family. May God's message continue to touch your heart, and may He greatly bless your spiritual journey. See you in the next video.